Hey everybody, Jay Ball, Blue Jays Outdoors, and most of you probably know by now that I'm really big into preventive maintenance. I'm really big into cleaning stuff. I don't care if it's my maple syrup evaporator or if it's my boat, if it's my tackle, anything guys that I have, I really try to take care of the best way I can, whether it's preventive maintenance or where it's cleaning. And actually today, I'm going to show you guys how I go through and give my B&W trailer hitch a deep clean at the end of the season. We're a couple, I would say, weeks past when I had the boat winterized, and I just want to get the road grime and salt off of it. You guys have seen a video where I actually do the preventative maintenance throughout the season, about 3 times a year. But this is going to be my video on the deep cleaning. I want to make sure this thing is ready to go so that when I get the boat out of storage, no worries, the trailer hitch is going to be ready to rock and roll. So if you guys haven't checked out the B&W Tri-Ball trailer hitch, it's the Stow and Go trailer hitch, guys, it is bulletproof. I've had it now for 2 seasons, and you know, taking care of these things is important, but man, they are just so heavy duty. So let's take a look at how I actually go through my deep cleaning after the season, and I hope you guys will enjoy this video, so check this out. All right, so before I get started cleaning, let me just kind of give you guys a quick overview. So you can see there's some pretty heavy road grime on this thing. And yeah, guys, Michigan roads, anywhere in the salt belt is just really tough on these hitches. So again, preventive maintenance is a big thing for me. So we're gonna go through and we're gonna clean the tri-ball hitch. We're gonna clean all the pins. We're also gonna clean the locking mechanisms. Now it's kind of funny because I've read a lot of reviews on this locking pin, and it's kind of 50-50. People are like, oh, it's great, oh, it's terrible. Well, to make this thing last longer, just like the B&W trailer hitch, you got to clean it, right? Like, you can't put this thing on, leave it on there for 3 or 4 years and then expect that locking mechanism to work. It just don't work that way, guys. So take the extra 25-30 minutes, go through and give this stuff a deep clean, and I can promise you, you will not be disappointed. So what I use to clean everything with is just a light simple green solution. I spray everything down, wipe it all down, and then I use this CRC, this marine grade white lithium grease, and that's what I put on the locking mechanism. But then also too, B&W gives you this really nice white lithium grease for putting on the pins. So actually I put this on the pins. So let me just break down real quick in the next segment of how I take this thing apart and how I wipe it all down. Now, as far as cleaning goes, it's really not that difficult. I'm going to get this locking pin out of the way first here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to time lapse this, but I'm going to take this simple green, I'm going to spray everything down in the locked position, and that way I can just get all the nooks and crannies and everything's kind of locked in here. And guys, you're going to get rust, right? So you get rust back here, you get some galvanic corrosion. This is where your water sits. It's going to normally rust there. But like I said, I've had this hitch now for 2 seasons. And guys, once I get this thing wiped down, it's gonna look brand new. I swear, if you take care of these things, they will last you a lifetime. So let's go through real quick, get this thing all wiped down, and then I'll show you how to take these 3 locking pins out and get these cleaned and greased back up. So, check that out, folks. Almost looks brand new. I just wiped it down real quick. Nothing too fancy. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to pull these pins out and get these cleaned. And it's important to remember, once you get this thing set, where exactly the pinhole locations are. You'll be able to tell because you will have some grease buildup inside of there. But for me, I always know that my bottom bolt is 1 bolt from the bottom. Sorry, you guys can't see that. So I got this 1 extra hole there. And yeah, so let's take these things out real quick, and I'll get them cleaned, and then I'll break one down for you, just kind of show you how I get these things cleaned. So let's get to it. Now your hands are going to get dirty, so just be prepared for that. But what I'm going to do is, you can see the grease built up on here, and this is that white lithium grease. And guys, I coat these really good, and you can see that it just turns black. And again, it's just from wear and tear, right? So just from the rocking back and forth, the salt, the grime on the roads. So what I like to do is actually just spray them down with a simple green and let them soak for just a little bit. Let that simple green kind of get in there and break that thick, heavy stuff down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these to the side. I'll even spray the locking pins down. So we'll do this. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll go through, and guys, this is why this tri-ball hitch is so awesome. You can rotate any position that you want, any ball that you want. So you've got a 2 5/16, you got an 1 7/8, and then you got the 2-inch ball, and the 2-inch ball is the one that fits my nitro. And then depending on the location, you've got these different pinholes. So not only is that a really cool feature, but what makes the Stow and Tow amazing is you can actually turn this thing around and you can stow it so you don't hit your shins on it, or you've got like a tight parking spot in your garage. So huge game changer, guys. This is a huge selling feature for me. This is one of the heaviest dutiest, if that's not even a word, one of the most heavy duty trailer hitches on the market. And I tell you, people are like, man, those are really expensive hitches. And I say, yeah, I get it, but what you're towing behind you is worth way more than this hitch. So for me, I want American made, good quality steel. Guys, you can't beat these things. They are freaking rock solid. So let me wipe this thing down a little bit more. By then, these pins should be all clean and getting, or though I should be all soaked down and ready to clean. All right, so before I get to cleaning the pins, you guys see I've got this thing wiped down pretty good. Again, maybe not perfect, but you know, I got the heavy stuff off there. And what I want to do now is, before I attack the pins or I clean the pins, is one thing I like to do is spray some of this white lithium grease down inside this bearing area here. And you can hear it might be a little gritty just because, again, sand, gravel. I mean, I live on a dirt road. So what I like to do is actually just spray some of this white lithium grease down inside of there and let it sit while I'm cleaning those pins. And again, just for some more lubrication, gets it down inside of there. You know, we just cleaned it, but you know, again, I'll let this sit. I can wipe this down a little bit. But again, just want that to sit in the vertical position to get that down inside of there, because it does sit like this, you know, standing up all year long. So again, before I clean the pins, I just like to get that sprayed down. Sometimes I forget to do it. And then what we'll do is we'll flip this thing over and spray the backside too after we get done cleaning the pins. So yeah, now time to clean the pins. Hang on. Two pins down, one to go. You guys can see the difference there. One thing that I do is I try to clean. Again, you probably don't have to do this, but I try to clean right in here. You get some built up gunk in there, but yeah, I mean, these pins are good. They're made out of really good quality stainless steel. So let's get this last one done. Now all the pins are clean and the tri-ball has been in the upward position. You guys can look down inside of there. That's that kind of bearing surface I was telling you about. I just like to hit that with a little bit more lithium grease. Rotate it. Hit it again. And again, I don't know if it's recommended to do this, but man, it just keeps that thing from locking up. So now that that is good to go, what we can do is lock this thing into place and then grease the pins up. So let me show you how I grease the pins up. Now again, B&W gives you this really good white lithium multi-purpose grease to put on the pins. So I just squeeze a little bit out. Apply a decent amount. Again, your hands are going to get dirty. You can wear rubber gloves if you want to do this. And I just put a nice thin, even layer across the whole pin. Guys, I promise you, this little bit of preventive maintenance is going to go a long, long way, especially throughout the season. I do this about 3 times a year. Perfect. Now I got that really nice and clean. I slide it through that pinhole location, flip it over, and lock in the cotter pin, just like that. So let me show you the other three. Get those other, actually, sorry, the other two pins greased up. Now that the hitch is cleaned, let's clean the locking pin. So this is a stainless steel locking pin. It's got some pretty good reviews on Amazon. I'll actually link this one to this video so you guys can check this out. But yeah, inside of there, that mechanism, that is what gets corroded and built up, and that's, you know, how you can't get this thing off. So again, same sort of cleaning method. I'll spray some simple green on the shank here, and then I don't really like to spray anything down inside the locking mechanism besides white lithium grease. So I'll just wipe this out really good and then spray some white lithium grease in there, because I can't get any grime that I put back in there out if I spray the simple green down inside of there. So there's a tip and trick for you. I try to avoid that personally. You know, you might feel comfortable doing it, that's great, but me, I just don't like doing it. So let's get this locking mechanism cleaned up. All right, we're in the home stretch now, so the last thing you want to do is, again, take this really nice B&W white lithium grease, this multi-purpose grease, put some on the pin, just like we did with the locking pins. Get a nice even layer coated on there. You can put a little on the locking mechanism up front. Then I just slide it in. Turn this thing around. Oops. Make sure it's unlocked. And there you go. That's it. That's hard as it is. Okay? This hitch is now ready to pull the nitro next spring. Here, I'll give you guys one more look. Look at how nice that looks. Remember what that thing looked like before? Guys, I maybe have 25 minutes into this whole thing. A little bit longer, obviously, because I'm trying to make a video on how to show you guys how to do it. But, guys, again, I've had this thing for 2 seasons. I live in Michigan. This boat that I tow behind this trailer is on the water 3 to 4 days a week. This thing has seen some abuse, and look at it. It looks brand new. Guys, if you're looking to buy a trailer hitch, you can't go wrong with B&W. Again, these trailer hitches are bulletproof. So I really hope you guys enjoyed my little short tutorial on how to clean your B&W trailer hitch. And like I mentioned, you have to take care of this stuff. Preventive maintenance is huge. Yes, it's a big investment, but so is what you're towing behind your vehicle. So if you're gonna cut corners somewhere else. Don't cut corners on the one thing that connects your toy to your vehicle. It just is not worth it. Yeah, I could have spent 50 or 100 bucks on a cheaper hitch, but for me, safety and security is the number one most important thing for me, especially when I'm taking Mrs. Blue Jay fishing. I want to make sure that that trailer or that boat, whatever it is going to stay behind the truck where it belongs. So really do appreciate you guys watching this tutorial on how I clean my B&W tow and stow tri-ball hitch. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the notification bell as well so you know anytime I post a new video. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for this time of year daily maple syrup updates, and also hopefully this spring we'll get back into some fishing here shortly. But again, truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for your support, and remember, the easiest way to change your attitude is by showing gratitude. Thanks. We'll catch you guys next time.